How's it going, everybody? If you're for me, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Uh, so I do have, of course, a new review for today. Uh, it's going to be the new Mark Wahlberg film uh, titled Flight Risk. Yep, I just watched Flight Risk, or I saw it yesterday. So this doesn't really have very many actors in this film, but and what I mean by not very many actors in it, really not that many actors in it. So this stars Mark Wahlberg, Topher Grace, and Michelle Dockery. So this is basically like so basically what this caught me off guard because I think I heard it before and I forgot, but this movie is directed by Mel Gibson. This is a Mel Gibson movie. Um, and uh, I'm not too fond of Mel Gibson as an individual. Um, for his racist tirades towards towards Jewish people and black people. And if you don't believe me, there are recordings of these racist rants on YouTube. You can actually look them up. Now, I'm not going to hold the man's. Now, he never apologized for any of this stuff. So, this is the type of individual he is. However, uh, I will review the art and not him so much. So, I'll just try to I'll try to uh, still review the movie fair down the square, or fair and square and down the middle. Um, this is going to be an unbiased review, so let's get into Flight Risk. I just had to throw out that disclaimer real fast, just in case you were unaware. So, like I said, this is a Mark Wahlberg. I don't know if this is a Mark Wahlberg film. He's on the front cover. Uh, he's not really the main star, and I'm not going to spoil that one too much because that was part of the movie that kind of took me by surprise. Uh, so again, so Flight Risk. This is a movie. Uh, Topher Grace. He is this jittery guy. His name is Winston. Winston is his name, and I'm gonna forget some names in here, character name wise, but so Michelle Dockery's character, she basically plays a DEA agent, and her job is to basically uh, track down Winston and bring him back. He's basically like a material witness who ran away to Anchorage, Alaska, and she her job is to bring him back all the way from Anchorage, Alaska to Seattle, so that way he can stand trial and uh, and basically put away. He has all this information. He has enough. He has enough. He's the only material witness that can put away this really, I'm going to assume, powerful gangster. They never really go into detail. They just say we gotta. His name is Moretti, and they're saying, yeah, we gotta put Moretti away, and he's the only star witness that can actually put Moretti away for good. I'm gonna assume he's a dangerous gangster or whatever. I don't know. So their pilot is played by Mark Wahlberg, and so Mark Wahlberg is the only. He's really the only one with piloting skills. So he has to basically get them back, him being their only pilot, to back safely. So that way, again, uh, Topher Grace's character can testify, put this dangerous guy away. Um, so the vast majority of this movie is takes place in an airplane. Um, Now it is a suspense movie, so you know what this remind me of those suspense films I used to watch back in the day, back in the '90s when I was a kid. uh Speed, like Speed, I think came off the top of my head at first. um there's another movie that came out. I don't know if people remember it. It had it starts Skeet Ulrich and blanking on his name, Cuba Gooding Jr. And the movie is called Chill Factor. So um it's one of those suspense movies where in this case, you know, we have to keep the pilot still has to be in good shape, because that's the only way we're getting back home is if we keep our pilot. Whereas in the other movies, um you know, Chill Factor, they had to keep a bomb at a certain temperature. It was a bomb. In order to stop it from exploding, they had to keep it at a certain temperature. Speed, when they drove the bus, they had to keep the bus at a certain speed. uh Flight Risk was kind of the same way for me. There now the movie does something I didn't really expect. When I got there, I was like, oh, and it happens really early, and that's sort of, I don't want to ruin it. Um, because it really shocked me. It really surprised me, and I feel like I'm going to kind of you won't be as shocked as I will. Uh, Mark Wahlberg, he's Mark Wahlberg. I mean, he, you know, take him or leave him. He's okay in certain things. He's good in certain movies. He's really a hit or miss actor for me, because he just really just kind of plays the safe speed really. So, but what they do with him in here just kind of shocked me a little bit. I was like, oh, okay, I didn't see that coming. So that was kind of cool. Uh, the real I think the real main star in here was Michelle Dockery, and she's good in this too. I think the only other thing I saw her in before this was she was Matthew McConaughey's wife in The Gentleman. That's where I saw her, and it was The Gentleman. So when I saw her face, I kind of knew who she. I was like, oh, it's Michelle Dockery. Um, but she's more the main character in here, which it throws me off because Mark Wahlberg is on the front poster, not Michelle Dockery. But then I was kind of thinking about, I was like, a lot of people don't they're not like a real, like, they're not digging to it like I do, like with movies and cinema. So a lot of people probably don't know who Michelle Dockery is, but a lot of people know who Mark Wahlberg is. So they'll probably go see that movie um, for Mark Wahlberg, but then they'll see Michelle Dockery and go, oh, she's actually really good. You know, so that's kind of cool what they did that for. Because I think she really is a good lead. I think the big thing that really because this is basically kind of like a bottle film a little bit, because again it's three actors. um yeah, there's moments where she talks on the phone and stuff like that to other people's voices, but they're not really acting, they're just voices. You mostly only have those three actors in the entire movie. um I didn't care for Topher Grace as a comic relief, because it's clear that's what they were trying to do. He does like all these stupid jokes, and he's not funny. There's moments where she's telling him, she's like, Winston, shut up, and I'm like, please listen to her. You're getting on my nerves too. I didn't find him very funny. I find him a little grating, to be honest. His character, like I said, they wrote him as a comic relief. uh but I don't know, this movie, um as as suspenseful as I feel as it's trying to be, I think it fails in a few places. And like, this is and I usually give Mel Gibson credit, even though I said what I said about him. And it's true what I said about him. He's not a good person, but he is a good director. He's still talented, as much as I don't really care for him as a person. But but this was kind of disappointing for him. I really like I didn't really understand because the plot itself is the most paper thin ass plot I think I've watched this year. It is so it's like nothing is explained or nothing is given depth throughout this entire film to even keep you remotely interested. This Moretti they're talking about, you don't even see this guy. Yeah, people talk about him, they mention him. He's not even a character in the movie. They're just like, yeah, they're just they mention him. And that's it. They're like, yeah, Moretti is this such um and uh you just don't really get a sense that this guy is so dangerous. You don't even see him throughout the entire film. So I'm like, well, what are we doing here? So, um, another thing too, Michelle Dockery, again, I like her as an actress, but her character has got to be one of the worst DEA agents. I was watching this the whole time, and I'm like, so because they have someone restrained, right? So they have somebody restrained, and that like there's like the person asked her eventually is like they had to restrain this person like several times because they tried to kill them, tried to take their lives. Um, and he even asks, he's like, you know, why didn't you just shoot me? And she's like, because I'm not like you. And I was like, bullshit. Come on, that's not even a good that's not good writing. Come on, like you're a DA agent. The moment somebody overpowers you or reach for your weapon, they give cops authority to shoot for less. Okay, you know what I mean? Like you are a white woman and you are a police officer. Come on. Like seriously, and you couldn't shoot this man. This man literally gave like if anything, you actually have it in your power to shoot this man. Like I wouldn't even feel bad if you shot him. Like he tried to kill you and he overpowered you, but you're not going to kill him because you're not a killer like him. Like, I'm like, get out of here. What? That's so stupid. I paused the movie and started laughing when she said that because I was like, that's dumb. This movie just has a lot of dumb parts in it. Where I was like, I just shook my head. I was like, no, this is no, but again, you know, like I don't blame her. It's not necessarily Michelle Dockery's acting. It's just her character. I don't like the way her character was written. But she was good. She was. I think she was the best actor in the movie. Um, you know, again, it's Mark Wahlberg for the character he was playing. He's fine. I thought he was good in this too, but I thought Michelle Dockery with the material she had, I think she was the best. She was she was like the best actress in this film, really. Um, but yeah, overall, I'm not gonna return to this one. It's like I said, it's one of those movies that um does the story's not very good. The characters are kind of flat, really. They don't really have much of a personality. They give you this they give Michelle Dockery's character some lame ass backstory about how she had her last prisoner was in captivity or whatever. She had her last prisoner, and somebody threw a Molotov cocktail through the window or something like that. And instead of going in there to risk her life to save her captive, she ran out, or her prisoner, I guess. She ran out and never went back, and they burned alive. And somehow one of the villains knew about it, to sort of make her seem like a failure. And I'm like, this girl's been a D agent. She said for like 8 years, and she's not a very good one. Like I'm telling you, man, it's this movie's not very good. Like I said, flat characters, flat plot, uh, and the suspension is just not there for me. The suspense, it's like a fake suspense because they could easily solve the problem within the first 5 minutes of the movie, but they don't do it because then the movie's over, you know. So it's like, yeah, I don't care for this one. This is a do not recommend. This is definitely a do not recommend, and like I said, I'm never gonna return to this. I don't know if you want to waste your time watching this. So that is my review for Flight Risk. It's gonna be a do not recommend over here. Uh, but uh, yeah, just tell me what you thought about this movie, if you liked it or not. I will say this is definitely one of Mel Gibson's weakest films. And again, I want to put it out there, non-biased review. Even though this is a director I just don't like as a person at all. He's just an awful human being. But I still think, again, I try to use an unbiased review, look through an unbiased lens. This is just not a good film. Mel Gibson has some good movies out there, and I can say that for the guy. But this is one of his weakest films I think I've ever watched. So yep, that's it. Do not recommend for Flight Risk. Uh, Mel Gibson, Michelle Dockery, Topher Grace, uh, Mark Wahlberg. Yep. See you next video. Peace.